probably not hear this often enough, or even at all, but I want to say a great big thank you to you for helping to uphold the quality of our electric service. Thanks to your attention to detail, outages often can be anticipated and responded to in a timely fashion. Your field working conditions are kept safe. Your equipment is maintained and replaced according to schedule, and a whole host of other important things happen without which we might well find ourselves sitting in the dark. Major reasons for this, of course, are your smarts and your experience. But let's not forget it's also a matter of having the right information to work with. For without that in front of you, your effectiveness has to take a hit no matter how good you are at what you do. Besides possibly impeding your ability to meet your performance KPIs, obstacles to finding and validating the information you need also hamper your ability to give good, solid answers to questions like these. Is this everything the FERC and NERC folks are looking for? Is the data current, accurate, and authenticated? Is OSHA okay with our safety manuals and procedures? Do our people know where to find them? And regardless, do they follow the instructions they're given? Are these construction engineering drawings the latest ones? I thought I heard someone say there were changes. And when was the last time those turbines were inspected? Who was the inspector? Were his or her credentials still in line? However you respond to these bigger questions, or even to the thousands of littler questions I bet you spent all day answering, the really important thing is, how do you know? Who told you? How long ago? You sure someone else doesn't have a different answer that they got from a different system than the one you used? And are you confident enough to risk a corporate fine or, heaven forfend, prison if you're wrong? They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, so let me show you this to bring my point home. I took this photo on the grounds of a client that builds things like power plants and oil rigs. Now when they see it, most people tell me they see lots of pipes and fittings and trucks and the like. And you know what? They're not wrong. But what I see is a ton of information to be managed. And I know from assisting firms to do this managing that, like it's not, information will be housed in a number of different places. ERP system, asset management system, content management system, shared drives, the cloud. So think about each one of the items in this picture and where you would find and in what formats information about its manufacturer, size and specification, part number, project identifier, PO number, associated invoice, and so forth. Plus, department-specific information related to things like the machine shop, weld x-rays, field inspection reports, certification that the field inspector's qualifications are up to date, and more. Whether you work in generation, transmission, or distribution, or some combination of the three, we know that you're often challenged to bend your information systems to your will. It's not that the information you need doesn't exist. It's that it can't easily be found, or validated, or shared. Now, sometimes this is a function of the technology in use, and most of the time it's a function of the people involved, many of whom grew up in the business working in departments that operated largely independently of one another. But the times, they are a-changin', and today's complicated compliance environment makes this a cultural luxury no one can afford. The best first step toward the future is to understand how all your moving parts all fit together. So there's a business process piece to this as well. And only when you get your arms around that can you even think about jumping into the vendor pool. Otherwise, how do you know what you want the vendor's products to do? The other thing that's enormously valuable is to maintain an independent perspective, as free from organizational history, habit, and politics as possible, and certainly independent of any vendor predisposition. I'm here specifically to help ensure all the information you have works together so you can do what you need to do without worrying you're missing something, or that something in the data is wrong or outdated. I have experience in and around the energy sector and have 20-plus years of painfully gained wisdom in the care and feeding of everything that lives in your databases, repositories, image stores, and mattress covers, and in helping you decide which tool or tools, plural, will help serve you best. Which is why I'm proud to tell you that I don't receive a commission on anything I recommend. So you can be sure that if I suggest it, it's because I really think it will work for you. Heck, I don't even offer implementation services, so I'm not angling for any future system support business either. No, you and I want precisely the same thing. the ability for you to get as much business value as you can from your information and your information technology. So let's not waste a single moment more. Have a conversation with me right now. My name is Steve Weissman, and I'm the InfoGov guy. And let's talk about just how fast you can begin improving the care and feeding of your most critical information.